Rosalind Stevens.
My name is Donna Bramwell.
I'm Maylin Winter. This is my daughter, Giselle McIntyre.
This is my son, Stephen Stevens.
This is my daughter, Faith.
I've lived in Burgundy for the past 20 years. This is my home.
I heard about the program through my social worker from the NDG CLSC.
Hi, I'm here in front of Springdale Elementary School. This is where we meet. We're located in the West Island.
Problems with Stephen in school.
I'm no good for myself. I'm no use for my kids.
And get in trouble and get caught up and involved in bad things.
Faith is in her preteens.
I am a single mother of 6.
I get frustrated easily.
Since he started kindergarten, he had changed at least 3 kindergartens. They were talking about his behavior.
And I had a hard time talking to her.
Stress, a lot of stress.
And then I take my frustration out on them when I should not.
And I'd get really frustrated and I'd just start arguing with her.
They're usually on the street until late at night because it's like they're looking an escape from the house.
Every Black family has strengths, a sense of sharing, caring, and belonging. To build on these strengths, the African Canadian Development Prevention Network offers a program called the Strengthen Black Families Program. The Strengthen Black Families Program is a culturally sensitive program effective for Black families with children ages 6 to 12 years. Parents have the opportunity to share concerns and build a support with others. Parents learn how to reduce stress. The children learn to develop a strong sense of self, different ways to communicate their feelings, and express themselves in a healthy fashion. The 14-week program enhances family skill building, child socialization, improves parent and child communication, focuses on rewards, social behavior, and even learning about drugs and alcohol. The families at large increases their ability to cope with challenges and difficulties.
My name is Donna Blake. I work in the community with the West Island Black Community Association, as well as I'm a Cycle 1 teacher at Riverdale High School. Our program is structured 1 night per week and sometimes 2 nights per week. It can vary depending on the season of the year.
First of all, we have a grace, and then we have a meal together, all the parents and children.
We shared a meal together, we sat together, we ate together, we talked together.
And after dinner, we actually put them into their separate groups.
We just don't go and sit and listen to the professionals talking or tell us what to do, how to do it.
Parents go into one room with the mediators, and the kids go according to their age group into different rooms.
Parents talking together, kids talking together, parents sharing ideas, sharing frustrations, sharing what any problems that we face at home.
We share what problems we have at home or in the workplace with the kids or school. And the children also, they get to say their feelings and what they think, their ideas. They have their input also.
Adults and the children learn tools simultaneously, and they're given homework to go home and practice the actual tools that they've learned.
Even though I've always worked with children, the program gave me a lot of skills such as the family meetings, and it helped us to have a forum for the kids to give to understand each other as a family, and to give them a voice, too, because sometimes as parents we don't tend to listen and or understand. That's true. And Giselle, she's the secretary.
With my son, I found when I disciplined him, when I said, okay, you're grounded for 1 day, I made sure that I stuck to it. You're grounded 1 day, no outdoors, no outdoors, and that's that. And I had better communication with him. I understood him better. We communicated well, also with my daughter as well.
So we would set goals, and every week we'd go over our goals and we'd find ways to make our goals, happen. For example, my little son, I wanted him to hold my hand, and he would always run ahead and never hold my hand, and I would be calling him down the street, hold my hand, hold my hand. Eventually, I found a way, through discussing with other parents and the staff and the trainers that, maybe you can tell him after holding your hand for a certain amount of time that he would receive a reward. And it doesn't always have to be a reward where he would receive something. It doesn't have to be a reward of material, but it could be also just a pat on the back or, oh, good job, you held my hand,
One of the reasons why I got involved in the program is that being in community, I see a gap and a need for Black families especially to be strengthened, because I believe everything starts at home. Charity begins at home, like the famous Mosiah Marcus Garvey said. The break in family is needed in terms of getting especially your Black boys back on track and to give them what they need to progress within society.
The Strengthen Black Families program graduation takes place at the end of the 14 weeks. It is a time for celebration of the hard work and progress of the families. Each family receives a certificate of merit and often gifts from our teams to acknowledge their amazing accomplishments. In February 2011, graduating families were given certificates by Minister Kathleen Weil, Quebec's Cultural Communities Minister, at the ceremony in NDG.
My name is David Estock. I'm an elementary school principal working for the Lester B. Pearson School Board. I was involved with the Strengthening Black Families program out of Springdale Elementary School from its outset there. It was really quite an astounding program to see in terms of how it developed, how it was maintained, how professionally it was run, and the benefits that I saw develop for the students in our school. On a broader note, in a broader context, how I thought it was empowering for the community.
I'm Chama Mate, a director of Services Généraux and Specific at the CSSS Cavendish. What the feedback we get from the parents and the children, it really, it's hands-on. It's a very positive approach. It's not, what is wrong and, what should we do. It's really to focus on the strengths within the parents and the children.
The Kaiser Foundation rewards people and groups that help families live better lives. Today, a Montreal organization is being honored at a ceremony in Toronto. Danielle Hamamjan has the story.
The portrayal of Black people in movies often tends to look like this: drugs, gangs, and violence. So how do you stop the kids from buying into it?
We have to start somewhere.
You are giving her a sense that she can do it on her
And that somewhere is here at the ACDPN, the African Canadian Development and Prevention Network.
The work that we've achieved.
4 years ago, members of the Black community decided it was time for a change, and that change started at home. But Black parents, they believed, had limited resources.
Resources that also are not really consistent with our sort of racial cultural needs.
It is not that we are doing a trial by error. This program has been proven successful.
A 14-week program for families with kids ages 6 to 12.
The overall message clearly is about how we can parent our children more effectively.
Instead of actually criticizing.
The response has been extremely positive.
I feel more informed, better way to deal with my children. I find the courses really helped, especially my kids in dealing with everyday life.
I've learned a lot here that which strengthen our relationship.
Now the network is getting national recognition by the Kaiser Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping families live healthier lives.
It is nice to be recognized for the kind of work that we are trying to do.
More needs to be done, he says, but this recognition is an important step along the way.
Faith.
Danielle Hamamjan, CTV News.
Faith in our
The program helped me as a single black mother to guide my children in how to succeed, especially living in Little Burgundy. We know we have our problems here, and there's lots of challenges for the children in Burgundy. It helps me to keep them focused and to keep them from getting involved in some of the negative influence in the neighborhood.
I actually had fun in this program. We ate together, we did a lot of activities, we learned about certain stuff like drugs, like school. You have to do good in school, like talking to your parents in a sort of good way. And I opened up to my mother and my father, and I'm able to talk to them, and I've been happy.
This is my medal when I won from NDG Soccer League.